Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Jewel and Dorit here from Essetino Media.
Hello.
And welcome to episode number 133.
Welcome everybody to another Thursday live stream. It's evening here for us. Maybe it's morning, afternoon for some of you guys watching out there. My name is Orvit. For those of you who don't know, this is Jewel, and we're founders of Essetino Media, where we always help you think about and create profitable content. So that's what this YouTube channel is about if you're watching from YouTube. And we're also live streaming to our Facebook right now. And we always host these live streams to be a resource for you to answer your questions, to discuss different fun topics, and to connect with one another. So let's say hello. First, start off by saying hello to some of you guys in here. And we'll start off, as we always do, with sharing our wins.
Yes, please share in the comments, type it in there, share your wins for the week. The reason why we ask you to do that is we want you to think about something positive. Most of the time, it's negative crap that's going on in our head. And so we want you to think of something, what went well this week, right? And focus on that and share it with everybody so that we can all share in the energy.
Yes, and we'll get to the topic of today's live stream soon here. But yeah, anything that went well for you this past week, anything that you got checked off, anything you're proud of getting done, something cool that happened, please do share it in the comments with us.
All right. And right off the bat here, Timothy, it hasn't even started the live stream. I saw it pop in while we were doing the whole intro and everything, which, by the way, is still glitching out. But right away, Timothy with the super sticker. Thank you so much.
Awesome, Timothy. Thank you.
If you're on
is it the coffee?
The chat, this is how it shows. Whoa, the light is crazy.
The little coffee animation there.
It's not really showing. Let me dim this down.
Yeah, we always appreciate your support, Timothy. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, there we go.
I'll definitely be using that for my latte, my oat milk latte.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Timothy. And it was great chatting with you the other day. Okay.
All right. And Lisa, hello.
Hello, Lisa. Always the first one on here. Thank you so much for tuning in today. How was your week? And there was Timothy there. Jojo's in the house. Hey, Jojo.
Hi, Jojo.
Felix. Hey, Felix.
Felix, hello. And Liat, hello.
Liat's in the house. Hey, Liat. And we've got Fanatical Side Rider. Ooh. Hey, love the logo.
Yeah.
And it matches. We're matching. It's like you could have this as merch.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Roland, you could have a Thunderbolt. Maybe you don't want to give necklaces because it's mainly males, but I don't know, maybe t-shirt with a thunder. Probably you'll have that with a thunder, and I'll probably get a tank top. So
yeah, love your new logo, Roland. I think it's going to look so good on t-shirts and mugs and the whole shop that you're building out for merch.
Really excited. You're making moves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. Win from Timothy.
Cool. So my painting revenue has become number 1.
That's awesome.
Amazing. What was number 1 before, Timothy?
In terms of
income.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, that's every artist's dream, right?
Yeah.
Is to have
Their art make them money.
Yeah, exactly. That's incredible. I'm so happy for you, Timothy. I love that.
And is this on, I'm thinking this is on eBay. I'm not sure, but let us know. Okay. Win of the week for Felix. New big client for paid ads.
Nice.
Awesome. That's so cool.
Very cool.
We have also a big client that's coming in this week that we got organically from YouTube.
Yeah.
So which video did she see?
She watched one of my Learn Worlds tutorials. So Learn Worlds is a platform that helps you build courses on. And yeah, she watched one of my tutorials on there, landed on our website. We have a course production page on our website, and she just reached out. There's a form on there where you just fill it out, send me a message, and I send you a booking link. We get on a clarity call. And yeah, I had a chat with her this past week. Really sweet lady. She's actually a doctor in the States, and she helps perimenopausal women through that whole transition. So yeah, we've been
getting a lot of doctors as clients.
Yeah, actually three clients lately have become clients of ours. Yeah, and they're all doctors. So it's really been cool, and it's just all been coming from YouTube. And actually another design client, which was a referral. So actually 2 design clients. It's been a good week, guys.
Yeah.
It's been a really good week. Those are some of our wins.
It's really cool that the Learn Worlds videos, they're not particularly popular. Like it's a very, but they attract some really good clients. So it's like, if you have a YouTube channel, like put those videos out there and you position yourself correctly, right? Because we position ourselves as competent people with the Learn Worlds platform. And it's like, we were just, talking about Urit's closing rate.
Oh yeah.
And it's like almost at 100 right now, because like everybody that gets on a call, she's closing, like Urit's the closer. And
yeah, I didn't anticipate becoming a closer. Sorry, I'm just fixing.
Yeah, the brightness. It's really bright, and my shirt was like glowing.
The lighting is not here. This is gonna make it better.
Who knows if it might be just doing that for us, but for them it might be the same.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a little better.
Okay, we've got Product Patrol in the house.
Hello,
we are watching The Last of Us. I'm not sure, is that a movie or a TV show?
I think that's a series. I remember seeing the cover for it.
Big win, successful day skiing.
Ooh, nice.
Nice. You're a skier now, Cheeks.
Cool. You've been doing a lot of that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Tracy's in the house.
Hello, Tracy.
Trying to come up with a win to share. Don't go into it so harshly, right? So let's say it's something as simple as, you thought of a new idea, or you released a video, or you got some really good comments, or, you are making some moves on your channel. It doesn't have to be like X amount of subscribers or money came in.
What are you grateful for this past week?
Yeah.
Keep it simple. Fanatical Side Rider sharing a win. I got busy with rebranding.
You did.
Yes, you did. New logo, new YouTube banner, and new merch.
Yeah, cool. You know what? Let's show the banner here. Roland's new banner that Urit helped design, or not help, you did design.
Yeah, well, it was actually
an add-on.
Yeah, so I had designed Roland's original YouTube banner. But he took another really cool photo with one of his other side riders. And so I removed the background of it and put it on here. And it looks pretty cool here.
We'll share the screen real quick here to show Roland's banner.
Yeah.
And there it is right there. He's got 2 side-by-side vehicles. I love the pose. Like, it's like, that's your classic pose now. For like your merch, or like your branding, basically.
Yeah.
So that's really cool that you've got one on either side. Oh, there's an
Adobe.
update from Adobe.
Yeah, I think it looks so good, Roland, and I'm so excited to see your merch too.
It is airbrush sales.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh wait, no, sorry. eBay and private collectors. Oh, cool. Interesting.
Oh, private collectors
Of art.
Very cool.
Okay.
Okay, so
Thank you.
Liat's sharing a win here. Had a video on TikTok blow up within 3 days, over
Whoa.
70,000 views, and still rising.
Wow. That's
Wow,
spreading
amazing.
healing and disclosure. Wow, that's amazing. 70,000 views. That's pretty cool.
That's so cool.
You'll have to
So a
share
lot of
that video with us.
Yeah, I was just going to say that means like a lot of people are sharing that around with each other and spreading the healing, just as you said. So that's amazing.
Felix is saying you can't miss the shot.
Yeah, well, it's been pretty much a hole-in-one each time. Like, it's been pretty cool. And I mean, I never...
Hole-in-one.
Yeah, right?
Well, hole-in-one is golf.
I'm using a golf analogy. I know you're talking about basketball, but...
Swish.
Same thing. A ball sport, all right? Arete and sports do not mix.
All right, we've got here...
Felix. Cool. First time in a while when it's light outside during your stream. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
you can see a bit of the mountains back there.
What mountain is that?
Yeah, there's the sunset's happening on that side, so we can't see it, but it's beautiful orange sky right now.
My win, I survived COVID. Definitely a win.
Huge win. So glad you're hearing, or so glad to hear that you're feeling better, Phil.
Mm-hmm. Braden's in the house. Hey, Braden, how's it going?
Hello, Braden. How's your week been?
And people are saying cool banner.
Mm-hmm.
And then Roland saying, thanks, everyone. I learned watching these two genius ladies.
Awesome.
We learn from the this will segue in.
So this is one of the latest books that I've been reading. It's called Business Made Simple, as you can see, which is a topic of today's live stream. I'm trying to turn this banner off. So hang on a second. There we go.
What basically we do is we're constantly learning and absorbing information. I do a lot of podcast learning. Reads more of the books and actual physical reading. I do audio podcasts, but literally every day I'm learning. I'll give you an example. So let's say I'm blow drying my hair, right? That is a task that needs to be completed, that I need to do, because when I shower, my hair's wet. I hate it when my hair's wet. And usually you just sit there and you just look around or whatever, or, scroll on social media. And so I thought, I can better use my time. So I put in my earbuds, right? And then while I'm blow drying my hair, I'm just listening to a podcast until my hair dries, instead of doing nothing, or instead of playing games on my phone, or instead of scrolling on social media, just looking at random things. I'm learning. So it's little things like that we squeeze in to get the knowledge.
Yeah, so this is a book by Donald Miller. And you guys may have heard me talk about StoryBrand, building your story brand. That's a separate book that I was really into at the end of last year. And that's actually what improved a lot of my messaging and copywriting and stuff. Actually, not late last year, but early last year. So since then, I've been just, taking in all of his stuff, because I really like the way that he explains things. He's just very, like you see on here, everything is made simple. It's simplified. He takes complex things like marketing and business and writing proposals and copywriting and all this kind of stuff, and makes them simple and easy to understand. So this is one of his books, one of many books that he has. And you can see here, It says 60 days to master leadership, sales, marketing, execution, management, personal productivity, and more. So the way that it's structured is every single day he has one tip for you. And the tip could be in any one of these categories. He starts off with talking about the tips under the characteristics that you need to have to be a successful business owner, an entrepreneur, or working professional. And then he will talk about the next category is leadership, right? So it gives you tips on that, but it's just one tip a day. So every single morning, I will read one tip from here, and then he has an associated video with it too. That's just like anywhere between 3 to 6 minutes. It's a very short video where he just reiterates and talks on that topic. And it's been so cool just digesting the information that way, first of all, and just daily in little bite-sized pieces like that, rather than reading through the whole book.
Yeah.
But also, like, this has been it's like a digestible, easy way to see how to become a valuable professional. As he calls it, he says, this is all how to become a valuable professional on the open market.
Value driven, right?
Value driven professional. Yeah. So when I say open market, it's just like we're all a part of an economy of some sort, right? So, and being entrepreneurs and business owners. And so in any, whether you're an employee or whether you have your own business or whether you're an entrepreneur or a content creator, this can work for anybody in that space.
You don't just have to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah. Or you could be like an executive in a company, you could be a manager, it doesn't matter. But in all of those cases, what will help you succeed is becoming a value-driven professional. And all of these things, whether he's talking about the characteristics the person needs to have or different leadership tips or different sales tips, it's all related to, like, if you really understand this and master this is what will help you become a value-driven professional.
Mm-hmm. So it's been a really unique kind of book to read because usually when you get a book, you're just like plow through it, right? And this one's very unique because you send an email to somewhere, like you in the book, he tells you where to send the email. And it's like every day you get like a dedicated lesson to reiterate that, what you just read. And it really does solidify what just happened that you read, because his videos are really good, very effective, very simple. And he's not like fluff or rah-rah. It's just like, here's the information that you need to become a value-driven professional. And it's on like there's 60 of them, but you're on like day 14 or 13.
Yeah.
And we 13. Just took 5 from the characteristics category, and we wanted to share some of them with you. And they really make you think. And you're like, like I said, sometimes the concept is simple, but we need to be reminded all the time. We need to be reminded of these simple concepts that they're not crazy to understand, but you're like, yeah, I could be doing that. Mm-hmm. I could improve myself that way.
Yeah.
So got a whiteboard here.
Yeah. So these are all from the characteristics section. And actually, before you show that.
Oh, whoops.
See.
Whoa.
Sneak peek. I'm trying to show you this. So this is, if you can see this diagram here. So these are all what make up a value-driven professional, right? So each of these things that you see here, leadership, negotiation, character, etc., these are all the categories of tips that he gives. And he starts and focuses on character first. So that's where this will come in.
Okay. And if you feel like showing anything or reading anything from the book, you should do so.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Be a discussion.
All right. So this is like 5 of the characteristics. There's 10 in total. And business made simple. Being a value-driven professional. Just think about that for a second. Being a value-driven professional. Usually people say like, oh yeah, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a professional. Yeah. But when you put the words value-driven, it totally changes it. And it makes it way more powerful. So I actually never even really thought of it that way.
Yeah. And the reason why he says it that way is because whether you are an employee or a business owner or an entrepreneur, if you can make your boss or yourself a great return on investment, then you will be a great return on investment, right? You'll be a great investment for them to take on you. You'll be I think he says something like
I think it's related to number 1, right?
I was going to read this part here. Whether you work for yourself or work for a company, giving your customers or your boss an incredible return on their investment when they hire you, or even yourself working for yourself, is key to building your personal wealth. So it all comes back to you having a better life, right? And whatever that looks like for you.
Mm-hmm. And it's number 1 that we chose here was see yourself as an economic product on the open market. So just think about that for a second. See yourself as an economic product on the open market. Explain what that means.
Well, it's like we don't want to necessarily.
I know you might think, oh, I'm not a product.
Yeah, that might make someone not feel good, right? I'm so much more than a product. Yeah, we are for sure. But when you are in the business realm, people are going to give you money, and before they do that, they need to know that you're a good investment. They need to believe and trust that they're, by giving you their hard-earned money, that they're going to get a return.
More than what they got in return.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be a better one for them, because it's like they give you the money, and then if they feel like they got more than the money, then that's ultimately what you want.
Yeah. So when you think of yourself in those terms, like, am what I am doing today, is that going to be a great return on investment for my client, for my business, for, there's so many decisions that we make on a day-to-day basis that you can relate back to this point right here, seeing yourself as a product and a good investment on the market.
Second one here. This is, I think a lot of people, especially, when we get clients, they need to be able to see themselves this way, because they have a lot of doubt. People have a lot of doubt. And so number 2 here is see yourself as a hero, not as a victim. So usually in the beginning of, a coaching session, they're like confused, lost, they don't know what to do, and they feel like they can't figure it out, so they're putting themselves in the place of a victim, right? Victim mentality. And so what we try to do is we try to empower you guys and give you guys the energy and power to see yourself as the hero, right? And so that's when you can see yourself as the hero. What happens in hero movies? They always win, right? When you think you're always going to win, you'll win more than you actually lose.
Yeah, and it's not like the hero isn't already Superman. They're not already someone who's super powerful and has it all and everything. It's like, no, they're a character in the story that goes through growth to get to the other side, whatever that looks like. They learned a lesson, they acquired a skill, they got the girl, they got the the life that they wanted, whatever that is. And there's 4 characters in any given story, right? There's a hero, there's a guide, someone that the hero meets, and this guide, whoever it is, guides them on their journey. There's a victim, someone that needs to be saved, and then there's the villain, right? The bad guy that makes it very difficult for the hero to succeed on their journey. And there's so many, if you think about that as a metaphor, there's so many villains in our day-to-day life, like time, money, like just everything, right? Just everything that kind of, stands as an obstacle, we see as an obstacle in our way. But when you think of them as obstacles and being the victim and, seeing them as that, you releasing your power to those things, right? We talked about this actually in a separate live stream. You're releasing your power to your external environment, and you're not holding the power yourself like a hero would.
Let's see some of the comments here. Roland thought it was the person from Miller Beer. No, it's not. And
Don Miller, yeah.
We've got Monica in the house. Hey, Monica. Her quick win here is she's at 135 subscribers, getting better.
Amazing, Monica. Congrats. I love your photo too. I don't think I've seen that.
It's when she graduated.
Yeah, very cool.
And then Timothy says, I work very hard on improving my art techniques and reputation. So the value of past sold paintings goes up in value.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Education and learning new skills and mastering new techniques. That is always improving yourself as a product on the market, right? As a good investment, because that just gives you more value to give to other people.
And then Brayden says, not as a villain could also work, since so many of us are scared of being a bother regarding marketing and sales. What would you comment to that?
So are you saying, Brayden, like you don't necessarily label yourself as a hero or a guide or a victim or as a villain, but just saying not as a villain, like kind of creating your own category there? I'm just trying to think. Saying so many of us are scared of being a bother regarding marketing and sales.
Maybe being too salesy?
Is that what you mean? Yeah, just not really wanting to be too salesy or marketing.
Like, how did you get over that? Because I know it was a pain point for me in the beginning.
I don't really see myself as salesy, though. That's the thing. When I get on these sales calls, I'm not really... I think I'm indirectly selling just by listening and being and talking to the person and finding out what their challenges are. And if they bring up a challenge, I physically show them maybe like a visual or tell them a story about a client that kind of was in a similar boat, or, I'll help them see that I am a competent guide in their story. They're the hero and I'm just a guide, and I would love to be their guide if it's a good fit, right? Sometimes it's not. But I'm not sitting in these calls like selling and like, oh, here's my course and like this is what it is and stuff. It's rarely that, unless they physically ask for the details of the coaching program or whatever. Because I just typically I don't really talk about that much in the call. I'll send it after. I'll be like, great, sounds good. I'll send you an email proposal, and that's where all the details will be listed. But yeah, I'm not good at like being all salesy either.
Coming from a beginner standpoint, when we first started, like I had such a hard time selling like a $500 product to someone. Like I just felt so wrong to charge someone like $500. And I really had to get over myself and just be like, look, I'm in business. I'm in entrepreneurship. I have my own business. I have to learn how to sell. Like I have to. Otherwise, I'm going to go under, the starving artist category. And that's really not what I wanted to do. I wanted to help those people in that category. So I had to get confident with selling. And even there's many different ways to sell, and ours is really like casual and laid back.
It's so casual.
And ours is always like we give first. So when we get on these calls, we'll make a $5,000 sale, but we've already given to them first. They've usually seen so many of our YouTube videos, so it's like we like doing what's called attraction marketing, where we put content out first, and then it's like you're putting like fishing, right? You put like bait in the water, you have to give food to the fish before the fish bite, and then you reel them in, right? And then they, like just now we sent an invoice to someone for a large amount, and they are so happy and excited. It's like you have to do the connection with the person that you are actually going to help them. That it only feels wrong when you think that you're scamming the person and you're like not providing full value. But I feel good about charging what we charge because I know that we could actually help you with our services. I know that if you listen to me and you do what we say in the teachings, in the course and whatever, that you'll have stuff happen for you. But so that's why I don't feel bad anymore, because I literally believe in our product and service.
Yeah, let's click on what Braden said here. I just meant that a lot of people are afraid of selling because we feel like we're intruding, or maybe a better description is feeling imposter syndrome.
I totally felt that.
I get it.
For years.
Yeah.
And I would like get mad at a REIT for wanting to charge higher. She'd be like, oh, let's charge this price. I'm like, no, that's way too high. And then she's like, how do you think we're going to like make money if we can't charge higher? And I had to get over myself. That's all I can really say is like, and like read marketing books, like look at people that you want to emulate and just be like, how are they doing it? And the people that I was looking up to, they're casual with the selling. They're not so like hard and harsh about it. They just give value first, and they mention like, yeah, I can help you with this. If you need help, I have a service. Yeah, it's very light.
So Braden, the way that our business model is set up, it's set up in a way where it's impossible to feel like we're intruding when we get on a call to sell, because they've requested it.
Yeah.
They've asked for help. So it's not an intrusion at all, because they want to be there. They've set time in their schedule to be there.
They clicked the book link. They said, hey, can you help me with this? And that's why we like attraction marketing, because it's like you are coming to us, not we tried doing the solicitation thing,
like the door-to-door stuff. Yeah, that can feel it would feel intrusive to me.
Don't like
for some people it wouldn't, and that's cool, right? You have to have a lot of courage and be bold and everything. Like that's not
it can work.
Oh, it does work.
Works.
It does work.
It can make you a lot of money, but I just don't prefer that kind of sales tactic.
Yeah, and there's no like one way is the way, right? It's whatever kind of works for you with your personality and what you want to do. But at the end of the day, if you do want to create more wealth in your life and you want to have a successful business, it all comes down to selling a product or service, right? Whatever that is, even if it's someone else's product or service. That's what it comes down to. And it's really understanding, okay, how is this product or service going to help someone? Because then it doesn't feel as intrusive. You got to obviously really believe, like Timothy said, I think he said that somewhere, is you really have to believe in your product or service. Yeah, exactly. And that comes through in how you talk to people about what it is that you offer.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then number 3 here, this is not related to what we were just talking about, but it's one of the characteristics is know how to de-escalate drama. So he was saying how you can't be the one that gets all worked up and everything. And it reminds me of when we got that crazy lady who kind of ruined our Fiverr career. She was crazy, lost it. But we de-escalated it. And even though it still turned out horribly wrong, in the long run, that was actually a good thing that happened. So for those of you who don't know, we used to be on this platform called Fiverr. We were doing really well. It's a great way to start out, but
as a freelancer,
I don't think it's like, because I didn't like the timer, the countdown timer. And it was just like really crazy. There was like 10 orders happening at one time for a lower price point because Fiverr takes a cut. And long story short, we got a crazy client, and we got our account shut down. But she was going like fire towards us, and then we just took a moment, acted calm. We could have been just as crazy as her, but we met her with calmness, which still went crazy. But it's like you need to be the bigger person.
Yeah, we could have been like, oh, like we're at fault here, right? You wronged us, and all of this stuff. And that's again playing the victim, right? And she was so playing the victim.
Yeah.
But anyways, the whole idea here is just meeting it with a clear head and just walking away from it, or just not adding to the drama. So we could have added to the drama, but we're like, no problem. We'll give you a full refund and we'll walk separate ways, right?
Yeah.
Like, even though we did already a whole bunch of work for her, no problem. It's not a good fit. So, and then even after that, we released the story on our YouTube channel, and a lot of people are like, oh, you guys are
too
so
nice.
Yeah, I would have like gone after her and said this and that, but that would have added to the drama. That would have just created a whole ball of energy that we don't want. Like, we don't want to make this negative energy bigger. We want to stay away from this energy. So knowing how to de-escalate in those moments of when you do meet a client or a colleague or a partner or a person or a situation where there's just a lot of drama in front of you. Sometimes you can't just walk away. Sometimes you can't ignore it. You do have to face it. But to face it in a way that is very like you're not adding to that negativity, right? You're really approaching it from a professional manner and being really clear that, about your expectations, being clear about your communication, just saying like, this doesn't work for me, this isn't going to work, or proposing another solution.
Mm-hmm. Brayden said, attractive selling sounds a lot more positive and less pressure than cold calling. I hate cold calling. I never liked that whole thing. When people said to do that, like I said, it works. It totally works. It's just, it doesn't match my personality. I don't like bothering people like that.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, some people love it, right? Some people see cold calling and, as positive and in a different light, but you got to go with what suits your vibe and your personality. And this is why we love YouTube. It's just like, it's its own marketing and sales department. People already feel like they know us and trust us through our videos, so that when we do get on a call with them, it's just reaffirming what they already feel they know about us. And the rest is easy. It's just like, okay, if you want to work together, here are the details. And then it feels a lot more smooth sailing than going after clients, chasing clients.
It's like they just want to get on a call to see if you're a real person, and they already know that they want to work with you.
Yeah.
Activate LA. How's it going?
Hi. Hello.
Fanatical Siderider saying that now that you both have many new clients and projects coming at you all the time, are you finding you are overwhelmed at times? Do you have time for everything? To be honest, yeah, sometimes it is overwhelming and it is crazy, but we use the tactics that we've learned from Todd Herman, who is a performance coach, and also from Brendan Burchard.
At least that's how I say it.
And we take the appropriate moves to de-escalate the stress. So, yeah, of course we get stressed and it's like, oh my God, there's not enough time. But we can't, when we get in that state, we're like, okay, what can we do to calm down here? Which client needs to come first? Can we restructure here? Can we move this over? How can we gain some time here? And we're very, we have a Trello and a Google Calendar, and everything is really calculated and in its place. And you have to be like that if you want to be able to take on this kind of thing, like with clients and stuff. You have to be organized. You have to have systems.
Yeah. Short answer, Roland, we don't have time for everything. We don't. But we make time for priorities. And, that looks different every day. That looks different every week. Priority for today was to work a little bit on fixing up the profitable channel funnel, as well as a client project that I wanted to offload and send her way. That would look completely different tomorrow. So it's like day by day, week by week, we're planning our priorities and our projects ahead of time so that we can manage the workload. And yeah, it will come to a point sometimes where it's like, okay, I don't have capacity anymore to take on new clients. And so it's just, it's we're not there yet necessarily. We're actually getting close, I would say, but not yet. And that's how it's just all managed. And the thing is, it like ebbs and flows too, right? So you'll finish a client project, you have room for another one, and so if you have too many clients coming at you all at once, you could say, well, I'd love to take you on, but I can't get started until X date. We wouldn't be able to start on it till then. That works for them, great. If it doesn't, then it's not a good fit for the moment. But yeah, that's how we manage all of the client projects there.
And we always know that it's going to die down. That's how it's a roller coaster. Like when you have a lot of people coming in, and then we know when it comes Christmas time, it's going to die down because everybody's having Christmas and stuff. And so we just know that when it is crazy, this like we'll finish a bunch of stuff and then I'll be quieter. So like we know, and then when it's quieter, we're like, trying to get more clients or whatever. So it's like we know the pattern of the year, and it's fine.
Yeah, I think people enjoy. Yeah, there are people who just love it. They feed off of it, right? It's an adrenaline rush for them, the cold calling. Activate LA. Yes, we are using StreamYard. All the time for every live stream
since the whole live stream thing.
Yeah,
it's been since we started that daily live stream. That was StreamYard. Okay.
And Timothy, do you find it important to offer a low, medium, and high-priced items or services? I was just talking to a client about this earlier today. I do find it important to kind of have different products on this value ladder or customer journey of your business, especially if your high ticket price is quite high priced. Because if someone's, going from like, it also depends on your online presence, I would say too. If you don't have much of an online presence, but you have a product on your site that's like, I don't know, $5,000, a really high ticket price for one-on-one coaching with you, then it might be hard. It's a hard sell for people who haven't seen much of your content. They don't know who you are. I will say having a YouTube channel and producing videos helps with that. We've been able to sell products in the thousands just from people watching our YouTube videos, and they come on our website and purchase.
It depends on the customer. Sometimes it
depends.
The journey. Sometimes they need the $20 product, then the $500 product,
on your market,
then the $5,000 product.
Yeah, it depends on who your market is. If you have to know them very well, and so sometimes, or oftentimes, when you do have a high-priced product like that, whether you have an online presence or not, I still think it's a good idea to offer like an opt-in freebie, for example, a lead magnet, and then some lower priced course, and then your higher ticket. It's a good strategy to have.
AW Official, you got some of your friends to start a YouTube channel. One of them has 23 subscribers, and another friend is right behind you at 78
You're building a whole community here.
That's awesome.
Of YouTubers.
Fanatical Side Writer, do you make time for personal time no matter what? Yes.
Yep. You have to.
One of my priorities is like working out. That is major, and it's such a journey for me, like a health journey. And so I really value working out. I see my family multiple times a week, hang out, go to movies, whatever, do all the stuff that regular people do, go to like dinners and all that, and all the stuff.
Yeah, you have to.
Otherwise, there was in the beginning, I was like, I am not having any fun. Like I literally said that to myself because I thought that's what an entrepreneur needed to be. And it was during the 2010 Olympics in Vancouver. That was the worst time to have that as a motto because I totally missed the Olympics. And it was in here, like the whole world was here. And there were so many events and crazy, unique things that will probably not happen again for a while. And I regret it. I regret it because I remember being up in an office building in downtown at like midnight, and you just hear people cheering and all that kind of stuff for the games and all that. And I didn't even really participate, and I wanted to, but I thought I can't,
Yeah.
So there's a time and place for being super dedicated for sure, but I did wish that I took the time to enjoy the Olympics.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think that's why we will answer to that question, say absolutely yes. We'll always make time for personal time outside of, working on the business, because we know the other side of that. We know what it's like to just be working on the business all the time. But it fuels different areas of your life and who you are, right? And I think maintaining relationships and hanging out with your friends and your family is something that's so crucial, in addition to the purpose-driven career and all of this stuff, right? We're made up of different elements and components and need to be fueled in different ways, not just the business side of things, right?
I honestly, though, think it depends on the person.
Yeah.
Because some people
they're like, don't need it.
Yeah, they're just like, they don't need to, like let's say a Tom Bilyeu.
Yeah.
He doesn't need it.
Yeah.
He just wants to 24/7. I mean, he said that he worked on his business 120 hours in 1 week.
Yeah, I can't do that.
It really depends.
That doesn't work.
It depends. For me. Okay, Felix, can you use StreamYard from your phone? I believe you can, but I don't know if you can set up the stream from your phone. So I know that Product Patrol, he sets up the stream on his computer, and then he can add his phone as like a separate camera that he uses. So I know that works. But let's hit up number 4 and 5 real quick here.
Sure. So number 4 is accept feedback as a gift. All right. So I think this was like when I first saw this on here in Business Made Simple as part of characteristics that make up a value-driven professional. It was kind of odd. I was like, oh, really? That's something like that's a huge element of what makes a successful person. But I think it's like he talked about actually a lot of these successful business owners set up groups or masterminds dedicated to, sharing what you're working on with each other and getting feedback from each other, because that's integral to your growth. That's integral to stepping outside of the box of you and thinking, oh, this is how it should be, and seeing it from other people's perspectives. And they take it as a gift, like something that's really great, rather than criticism or, the opposite end of that.
Yeah, I definitely had a problem with that in the beginning. I did not accept feedback as a gift. I always was threatened, and that's something I had to get over as well. It's an ego thing.
Yeah, it comes back to just realizing that you don't know everything about your space, no matter how much of an expert or how many years of experience you have in your space. Like, you're constantly learning, and you're constantly like staying humble and knowing that there's always room for more growth. Yeah.
And the last one here, long to be trusted and respected more than liked. So a lot of people just want to be liked rather than trusted. And so he's saying to flip that and to work on being more trusted.
Yeah. So a lot of people, without actually even knowing, right? You're subconsciously, of course, we all want to be liked, right? We want others to like us and to belong and to, but it's more important to be respected and trusted than liked. And sometimes it's the same thing. Sometimes people can respect and like you, but sometimes they respect you but won't necessarily want to hang out with you, right? But I think if you can hone in or garner that respect, and that comes from, sticking to your promises and knowing how to lead as well. If you're in a leadership role, all of these things are going to make you a great investment either for your own business, like you creating and growing this business, or in an organization, being an employee, having a boss, that sort of thing.
So yeah, these are just, I mean, there's 60 of these. So maybe we'll do like a part 2 and we'll pick some other ones.
From
probably won't
from
share.
a different category.
Yeah, this was a characteristics category. There was 10 in total, and these were the 5 that we chose here. But would you recommend this book?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm only on day 13, guys,
Yeah.
and this has already been it's been really great.
Show the book again.
And like I said, very simplified, bite-sized pieces and tips on each of these things, on each of these topics that you see below there. So it's by Donald Miller, Business Made Simple. I highly recommend it.
Yeah. Last comments here. Roland said, I talked to a guy who has been seeking me out for help with his channel. I spent an hour with him and he talked my face off. It was insane. So I gave him quick info and ran. I didn't want to pursue it any further. Now I'm in hiding. Yeah, you know, it happens. It happens sometimes. I had a similar, it was not in person, but it was in an email where someone said they were like local and they're like, hey, you know, we should team up because it's like similar things. And they wanted to, you know, let's have coffee and all that. And I checked out their website and everything. And to be honest, I wasn't really interested in doing like a partnership when you haven't even really even known what each other's businesses are. And so I remember we did like a response and they got really offended by it because didn't even want to meet up for coffee. And it happens. I mean, it's like the amount of times people want to get on a Zoom call just to pick your brain. Like, never ask someone who is like reputable to pick their brain. You have to offer them value first.
I always there's always, before you get on a call with me or meet me, there's always a purpose to that meeting. And it's clarified up front. Like, I will know the purpose of the meeting as well as you will know the purpose of the meeting. If it's just to see if there's synergy. This is a phrase.
Yes,
let's
synergies.
See if there's synergies, if we can work together in some way.
Oh.
I mean, we laugh about it now, but we went on so many of those calls in the beginning of our journey because we didn't know better.
We literally did every one of them.
We didn't know how business worked. So we would just jump on these calls and see if there's synergy. And most of the time there wasn't.
Yeah, and we never
nothing came out of it. And that's the whole thing, right? You want okay, well, this call is for this. This is the purpose of it. And going into those calls too, I always set an intention of what what I want the outcome to be for the meeting. So I think if that's clear, I don't know if Roland, it was just this guy was let us talk about YouTube. I don't know how he positioned talking to you in the beginning, right? Or maybe did he just find you and pull you aside?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't avoid it. Yeah. But in those cases, if you find yourself in a situation, you're just talking to each other for a long time, you can easily just say, I'm sorry, I have another call, or I have to, go do X, Y, Z. I have another commitment. And people usually are respectful when you say that. They're not oh no, you have to stay with me and keep talking. I've never had that.
And yes, Felix, there's 60. This book is made to be read for 60 days, which is, I think, purposeful because it's habits, that, because you'll have this habit of reading it and stuff. And it's definitely things that you can rewatch over and over again.
Yeah, reading it's usually a page and a half, super short.
Bite-sized, really.
Most 2 pages. So there's one tip that you read and then you watch the video. I would say that's anywhere between 8 to 12 minutes a day. That's it. That's all that this book asks of you in terms of commitment. And it's been pretty cool.
Cool. Well, I think we'll end it off there. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in for the latest episode here, 133. We called it Business Made Simple, Essetino Weekly Mastermind episode number 133. And shout out to Timothy for right off the bat there, giving us a super sticker like right when the intro was playing.
Thanks again, Timothy. We appreciate you. We appreciate all of you guys here who has joined us tonight. That book sounds very interesting. It is, Roland. It is. Yes, thank you so much to everyone here. And we hope to see you again next week, next Thursday, 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Bye, everybody.
Bye for now.